Welcome TYBSc Chemistry student. Good evening. Now in this particular presentation, I am going to explain the theoretical background of your first experiment. The aim of the experiment is to study the hydrolysis of ester using two concentrations and hence find out the velocity of a reaction. This particular experiment is from chemical kinetics, and the reaction under observation is represented as methyl acetate plus H2O water, which is catalyzed by acid, that is H plus ion. It gives you acetic acid plus alcohol. So this is your first order reaction, in which the rate of a reaction is depends on concentration of the reactant, one of the reactant. So this particular reaction is studied in your theoretical presentation of chapter 1, that is chemical kinetics. So we have to verify the order of this hydrolysis of ester in presence of acid. For that purpose, first of all, you have to carry out the experiment in two sets. Set number 1 is the first reactant 5 ml methyl acetate and the second reactant is 100 ml 0.5 normal HCl. The same experiment can be carried out using second set. In the second set, the reactant 10 ml methyl acetate plus 100 ml 0.5 normal HCl. So, you have to carry out this experiment in two sets. First one, for set 1, you have to take these two mixtures in a separate water and mix these two reaction mixtures and titrate the 5 ml of reaction mixture with 0.1 normal NaOH in presence of phenolphthalein as an indicator for the time intervals of 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 minutes. So, in this particular experiment, you have to titrate the reaction mixture with 0.1 normal NaOH for different intervals of time. After getting the observation, you have to represent the observation in particular observation table and then carry out the calculation. Now, for the experimental demo, I am requesting Dr. Indulkar sir to carry out certain experiment using the first set. They will show you how to go for titration and how to take the reading, and afterwards I will explain the calculation, graph and result part. So over to Dr. Indulkar sir.
Hello student. So we are going to start our first practical, or you can say the experiment number 1. Already the theory of this one is explained by Professor Kale sir. So we know the aim of the experiment is to study the hydrolysis of an ester by using the two different initial concentration. So this experiment is from the kinetic experiment. So basically we have to study the kinetic parameter from this experiment. So for this, the system is ester hydrolysis. On that, we have to measure the velocity constant, or you can say the rate constant. Here we have to study the effect of initial concentration on rate constant. Okay, so already we know the theory. So I am just going to start the experiment. Before starting the experiment, we have to know what the apparatus required for the experiment and what are the chemicals required for this experiment. So apparatus, we required the small burette. This one is for to taking the methyl acetate. Second burette, it becomes the big burette, 50 ml burette it's required, and this one is 50 ml capacity. Okay, we are going to use for titration purpose. We are going to take NaOH in this burette. Then it's required conical flask for titration purpose. It's required the beakers to take the chemicals. Okay, two stopper bottles required. One is to take HCl and second one is to take methyl acetate. Okay, then we know this kinetic experiment is rate of reaction is depends on temperature. So whatever the temperature while doing the experiment should remain the constant. For that it's required the water bath. Okay, it's required 5 ml pipette to take 5 ml of the reaction mixture for the titration purpose. Then comes to the chemicals. In chemicals we have the methyl acetate. Okay, we are going to use this methyl acetate. We are going to use the indicator. So phenolphthalein indicator we are going to use for titration purpose. So for catalysis purpose it's required the HCl, and titration purpose it's required NaOH. Okay, we are also going to use the ice. Okay, so why we are going to use ice? So I will explain this one later. Okay, so let's start the experiment. So we are going to start the first set. So we have to do the 2 sets. Among that, in first set we have to take first 5 ml methyl acetate in stopper bottle 1. Okay, so this is your stopper bottle 1. With the help of burette we have to take 5 ml methyl acetate in stopper bottle 1. Okay, then in second bottle we have to take 100 ml 0.5 normal HCl. Okay, 100 ml 0.5 normal HCl in second stoppered bottle. Keep both the bottle in water bath. Okay, to attain the same temperature. Okay, so the both chemicals should have the same temperature. So that's why keep this one in water bath for around 5 to 10 minutes. So meanwhile what we have to do? Meanwhile we have to fill this burette with NaOH. Take NaOH, that is 0.1 normal NaOH, fill the burette, and whatever remains just keep aside to this one. Okay, then before mixing this one you have to take the ice on the conical flask. Okay, so take ice on the conical flask. Okay, so I took the ice on conical flask, then add indicator on that. Okay, now just consider 5 minutes are over and the both chemicals attain the same temperature. So what we have to do here, so whatever the methyl acetate quantity is 5 ml and HCl quantity is 100 ml. So the highest quantity you have to mix in, or we have to pour in the lowest quantity. So I am here transferring the HCl in methyl acetate. Okay, so you have to do this procedure quickly because after adding this one reaction is going to start. So see here how we have to do this one. So I am just going to transferring HCl in methyl acetate. So as soon as you are going to transfer it, just shake it and immediately, okay, pipette 5 ml of this reaction mixture so that we have to take the reaction of 0 time. Okay, so before starting the reaction you have to take the reading. So take 5 ml of this one. Okay, and immediately you have to start the stopwatch. Okay, so for the 0 minute we have to take the reading. So what I did, I took the 5 ml from the reaction mixture. As soon as it mix it, then transfer that reaction mixture in a conical flask where we already took the ice and already we added the indicator. Okay, so why ice is needed here? What is the role of ice? So we know rate of the reaction is depends on temperature. In ice we are going to reduce the temperature, That's why the rate of the reaction is going to slow down, or you can say the stop the reaction. So for that purpose we are going to use ice. Then just titrate this reaction mixture with NaOH. Okay, so our end point is from colorless to pink. Okay, you have to shake that reaction mixture after addition of each drop of NaOH. Do this titration so that you will get the end point. Okay. So this is the your end point. So this color, pink color, should remain at least for 10 seconds. That means that is the your end point. So this is end point, and your reading is, that is T0 at 0 time, its reading becomes 22.2 ml. Okay. So after getting the 0 reading, okay, already reaction is started here in this bottle. So you have to take the next reading at time t is equal to 10 minutes. Okay, so what we have to do within this time interval, you have to fill it, this burette, again with NaOH up to the 0 level. Okay, then clean your conical flask. Okay, and meanwhile you have to just mix this reaction mixture. After 9 minutes completed, take ice crunch on this conical flask, add indicator on it, and as soon as 10 minutes completed, you have to again pipette 5 ml from this reaction mixture and do the same procedure to get your end point. Now we know the T0 reading, we got the 22.2 ml. Okay, T0, the reading we got 22.2 ml. After 10 minutes, definitely our product is, one of the product is acid. So initial HCl is there, then the product is acetic acid is there. Because of that, whatever the NaOH required to neutralize is more than previous one. So our reading will get increases. Okay, so initially T0 we got the 22.2 ml. After 10 minutes, that means T10, whatever the reading we will get, that becomes the more than 22.2 ml. Okay, similarly we have to do the same procedure, okay, at 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes and 50 minutes. Okay, so each 10 minutes interval we have to do this set. Okay, so this one becomes the set first. Okay, this one becomes the set first, where we took the 5 ml methyl acetate and 100 ml HCl. Now we have to study the effect of concentration, initial concentration. Now for the set second, instead of 5 ml methyl acetate, we are going to take 10 ml methyl acetate and the same amount of HCl. Okay, then we have to do, we have to repeat the procedure and we have to do the same experiment for set second. Again you will get the reading at T0, T10, T20, T30, T40 and T50. Okay, so after doing this experiment we will get all the observation, and that observation you have to fill in observation table. So this part is going to explain by Professor Kale sir.
So as explained by Dr. Indulkar sir, how to carry out the readings, how to monitor the velocity of a reaction. Afterwards we have to represent our result in observation table. So this is the observation table for set 1. T0 value is 22.2. T infinity value is 42.2. So what is the T infinity value? It is the titration reading when the all concentration of methyl acetate is consumed this all methyl acetate is converted into acid. So this is your T infinity reading. So this infinity reading will be supplied by us to you. So you have to go for titration for 0 minute. That is reading is 22.2. After 10 minutes reading is 23.5. After 20 minutes 24.4. 30 minutes 25.8. 40 minutes 27.2 and 50 minutes 28.9. So in this way we have to represent our titration reading. Then the next column is T infinity minus Tt. T infinity is 42.2 minus Tt is the reading for 10 minutes is 23.5. When you subtract 20 as 42.2 minus 23.5, it comes to be 18.7. So in this way we have to fill up this observation table by considering the reading after different time interval. Then go for the ratio as T infinity minus T0 divided by T infinity minus Tt. This ratio is obtained. Take the log of this ratio and then find out the K value here. So this is the representation of observation in a particular format. Similarly, you have to represent the observation for set 2 in the same format, and afterwards we have to go for a calculation. Now the calculation part, as you know, the ester hydrolysis is the first order reaction. The rate constant can be determined as 2.303 upon T log T infinity minus T0 upon T infinity minus Tt. The numerator term is constant for all 5 reading. Only we have to change the time and the denominator term. So for first reading for the 10 minute 2.303 upon 10 log of 42.2 minus 22.2 divided by 42.2 minus 23.5. So it is your K value. So you can go for a calculation and the K value comes to be 6.72 10 raised to minus 3. This K value is represented here 6.72 into 10 raised to minus 3. The unit is minute inverse. So in this way we have to calculate the 5 K values for the time interval 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So if you have these 5 values, then take the mean of this 5 value, and this mean is represented as the K by calculation. So this is a K by calculation. It is the mean value of all these K's which are calculated using the first order rate constant formula. Now we have to go for graphical interpretation or graphical result. For that purpose we have to plot the graph as log of A upon A minus X versus T, that is time. So this graph is like this. Or it is log of T infinity minus T0 upon T infinity minus Tt. You can take any one of this. The graph is straight line passing through origin. It has a slope, and from the slope you can calculate the K value, or slope is equal to K divided by 2.303. Therefore K is equal to 2.303 into slope. So this K is K by graph. So we have 2 values of rate constant. One is by calculation, another is by the graph. This is for set 1. Similarly, you have to carry out for set 2. So we have the K value by calculation and K value of graph. And finally, we have to represent our result table like this. We have the K value by set 1, that is for calculation, and from graph you have to put it here by calculation by graph, and for set 2 we have to also represent at by calculation and by graph value. So we have 4 values for set 1 by calculation by graph, for set 2 by calculation by graph, and we have to make a comment, that is all the K values are similar, therefore the order of hydrolysis of ester is 1, that is ester hydrolysis is first order reaction. So this is our outcome, and we have to consider the effect of concentration of reactant on the rate or velocity of a reaction. So my request is, you have your observation table, you have the readings for first set, okay. So you go for a calculation, you find out the 5 values of K and find out the mean. Similarly, you try to plot the graph, find out the slope, and from the slope you can go for determination of K by graph here. See, the K values are similar, and we have the ester hydrolysis is the first order reaction. So thank you very much.